What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today I have another offering from my good friend Dark Gravity over on Instagram. Another knife that he let me borrow. This is the ZT0095. Such a cool knife. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. Okay, like I said, this is a knife loaned to me by my good friend Dark Gravity over on Instagram. It will be linked down below. Thank you so much, sir, for letting me check this thing out. And one of the reasons that I am very happy that I can do this is because this knife is actually discontinued, sadly, because it is an excellent, excellent knife. The ZT0095 is, look at that, just look. That's beautiful. Now, this one is a little bit special because it was actually purchased. He purchased it from Blades We Love, which did this awesome, awesome finish on this dude with the stars and bars. I mean, golly, just look at that. That's beautiful. America, baby. Gotta love it. And speaking of America, ZT is an American-made company, so you are getting very, very premium tolerances, well-built knives. ZT, I mean, they just make really great stuff. This one in particular is a titanium frame lock flipper. And let me tell you, holy moly, the action on this guy, as far as the flipping action, it's pretty damn awesome. Definitely running on bearings. You let it come down. Definitely a drop shutting knife. The action on this dude is pretty stellar, I have to admit. I really enjoy flipping this thing. Now you see there, if you don't get it down past that detent, you got to push it a little bit and then it just kind of falls. But as far as the flipping action and the sound, I freaking love that. I really, really do. It freaking makes me happy. Oh, so very, very well built titanium frame lock flipper. I just could flip this thing all day. This one is S35 VN steel. Freaking awesome black stonewash finish. I mean, look at that. They call it a black wash. If I can get it to focus. Come on, focus, focus. Do it. There we go. Look how cool that looks. I really, really dig that finish on all blades, really. I really wish more would come out with this. Would you friggin' focus? There we go. There you go. The 0095 black wash. Made in the USA, baby. S35 VN. A great steel for everyday carry. This thing is thin titanium. Let's see, I forgot how much this thing weighs. It's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely not a lightweight knife, but overall length on this guy is like 8.4. So a very full-size knife with that really excellent blade shape, where you don't have any straight. I usually like a little bit of straight before it gets to the belly. This is pretty much all belly, but these kind of knives are relatively easy to sharpen, and they, you can do all kind of cuts with this blade shape, and it does very well. It's very, very sharp. I'm not sure if it's the factory edge or if he sharpened this or not. I think he probably did, but has an excellent edge. It cuts like a dream. Let's see some size comparisons on this guy. Here it is against your Benchmade Super Freak. Very comparable knife as far as overall length and profile. Let's get a Spyderco in here. Here it is against the Manix 2. Definitely more blade length on the 0095 than you get on the Manix 2. Very, very cool. You get a lot of that blade length. Here it is, another titanium flipper frame lock. Here it is against the Hinderer XM18 3.5 inch. Very similar in size. ZT does a lot of Hinderer designs. I don't think this one is a Hinderer design, but it is... it's very comparable as far as size, length, all this stuff, and the actions. I mean, because this action on the Hinderer reminds me, or the ZT reminds me of the Hinderer action. This one actually might be a little bit faster of deployment than the Hinderer, but very smooth knives, and also has that other detent that you got to get past before they drop shut. But I think I like the ZT sound better. Let's just do that for fun. Damn it. Fucking idiot. They sound pretty similar, but I think I like the way it sounds better. So anyways, that's just me being silly because I'm a silly guy. But really, really cool knife. I love the pivot collar, or the pivot. The way that looks, it just kind of ties into this whole design. And I'll be honest with you, the Blades We Love did a great job on these scales. Really great job. One thing I'm not crazy about, the pocket clip works great. It functions just like it's supposed to. Goes in and out of pocket great. Just not a big fan. Like, it just... That painted, it just shows wear too much, but it functions absolutely well. I just think it could be a little bit better as far as the aesthetics, you know, especially on such a pretty knife. That's just me. Some people just don't care, and I really don't care because I carry and use my knives a lot. But aesthetically, I think that pocket clip could be just a little bit different to make this stand out just a little bit more, but not a huge deal. I mean, it's awesomely centered. It is beautifully made. No sharp edges around. The jimping on the flipper tab is done very, very well. This one is not a kind of a push button. You really have to do the flip. But as you can see right there, I light switched that and it still popped out. Oh, look at that. You really have to be a limp noodle to fail this knife. So, very, very, God, I love it. Oh, I love it. It does have a lock bar insert on this guy, so it is steel on steel. The hardware is very well done. I like it that they did the black hardware on this. Very simple design as far as taking it down. To be able to clean it, so I'm not going to take this apart because it is not my knife. I love this kind of harpoon look on the blade. It's just a very sexy looking knife. You know, you find a lot of these blade shapes in ZT. ZT does this a lot, and then Kershaw, which of course is the lower end of ZT. So very, very cool. It does kind of remind me of the blade shape of the bare knuckle, Kershaw bare knuckle that I had, as far as it being full belly. So it works very, very well. Ergonomics on this guy are good. I can kind of feel the pocket clip. Doesn't really create a hot spot or anything like that, but I can kind of feel it. Not a big deal. It is definitely, there's no finger twirl, so you can't choke up, but the ergonomics is neutral enough that I think it would do well with anybody's hand size. My hands are just a little bit big. Like, I want to choke up here, but when I do, I kind of feel the jimping on the flipper tab. So, it doesn't really make it that uncomfortable, but I can definitely feel it right there. So if I choke back on a little bit where I'm not on that, still comfortable. I just feel like I might be a little bit too far away from the blade. Not a huge deal. And if you've got smaller, less fat, sausagey fingers, then you'll probably be fine. So I didn't really have any problems with this knife as I was doing some cuts. I did some light cuts just of regular everyday task stuff, going through cardboard packages, stuff like that. And this thing carries very well in the pocket because it's so thin. Just kind of give you an idea. This is the Spyderco Spidey Chef, which is also a titanium frame lock and very thin. So pretty comparable. It might be just a little bit thicker than the Spidey Chef, but actually a pretty thin profile. So really, really nice carrying this guy in the pocket. The Blades We Love, like I said, this thing is discontinued, but I would definitely go check out Blades We Love. They have some pretty cool stuff that they do, and this was the first knife that I have held that came from Blades We Love. Dark Gravity purchased it from them, and I'm a fan. I am definitely a fan, so definitely go check them out because this makes this knife. Now, obviously, if you were to buy this knife from any other retailer, it wouldn't look like this, but this knife was a perfect canvas for this etching process. So man, this is really cool. Dark Gravity, sir, I really appreciate you letting me check this out and being able to handle this awesome knife. I do wish that it wasn't discontinued because it's such a great knife, but they have a lot of different models obviously at ZT with the same kind of great action. So definitely, if you're looking for a titanium American made frame lock, ZT has tons of options. So definitely go check that out. Guys, I really appreciate you stopping by and checking this out with me. If you like this kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because I've got a lot more coming. I really appreciate you so much. All my subscribers, all you guys have supported me. This is just awesome. Dark Gravity, you are the man for sending me this knife. Stay safe, guys, in this crazy world that we're living in, and we will see you in the next one.